It may not look like it, but this home is actually a charity agency for formerly incarcerated mothers and their children. This nonprofit, Our Children, provides homes for 75 families in communal homes and apartments across New York. The executive director, Sister Tisa, helped to create the nonprofit 30 years ago as a way to give children of formerly incarcerated women a stable home.
I love when people ask me where the H in hour comes from. The hour stands for an hour a child is separated from a mother, the hour that the children are allowed to visit, and the best part of the hour is the hour of reunification, when a child and a mother can move forward to rebuild their life together.
Although this nonprofit has gained a reputation for successfully helping women transition back into society, it faced fierce opposition last month. In an effort to expand charity's outreach, Sister Tisa sought to use this empty convent in Woodlawn as another new housing location, but the plans were overwhelmingly rejected by the community at a meeting to discuss the proposal.
If you're going to have a facility for women who've been in prison, by the way, that's different than men who've been in prison, or a different breed. And they have out-of-wedlock children. All those children have a father somewhere, and he's going to be lurking around. My experience with homeless shelters, which is considerable, for professional reasons, I just think that could only bring crime to the neighborhood. It could only bring crime to the neighborhood. The meeting turned extremely ugly.
The regularly scheduled meeting of the Woodlawn Heights Taxpayers and Community Association held about 300 people that night to talk about Our Children's proposal. But they weren't a homeless shelter, as the most vocal of Woodlawn residents had misunderstood. So Sister Tisa decided to abandon efforts for the convent and begin to look for another housing location. Kelly Phelan was the only formerly incarcerated mother from Rikers Island who attended the meeting.
Oh God, Woodlawn. I'm very used to, everybody loving who we are and loving what we're about. So when we got to the meeting and we were walking in, and I remember this, like someone yelling, like, Rikers Island is coming here. And I was like, I felt so bad. And so I was embarrassed.
Phelan is a recovered drug addict who received help from Our Children to mend her relationship with her daughters.
I should have just went up there and, told my story, like, this is where I was and this is who I am. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Our Children.
Another Woodlawn resident was disappointed to hear of the tone of the meeting because he says it was a lost opportunity to help.
I saw the sisters' response. I thought a lot of it was pretty much spot on. We are a giving community, but we give to ourselves. Unfortunately, now we're losing the opportunity to provide the services that we are commanded in our beliefs to give to those who have less than us.
The Archdiocese, who owns the empty convent, recommended the pastor of the St. Barnabas Parish consider the Our Children proposal.
Sister Tessa came to that meeting, but she did not have a chance to speak. And she had the sense that it was the entire community that was against her project. Unfortunately, she didn't read the community correctly. The community was there to listen, but she had the impression that those people who were protesting spoke for the community.
I have both on my food. I don't know how they do it. I like the ranch. I use spoon, so I tried mussling. I like raspberry vinaigrette. So good.
So often in our society, and that's really what happened, there's a stigma attached to formerly incarcerated people, and that's really what happened. And a lot of the stereotypes or the stigmas associated with that population was really transferred over to my families. People said, aren't you angry? I wasn't angry. No, I wasn't. It was just a matter of understanding. It was a deep insight into the human psyche and how people want to protect the world that they're comfortable with. So we're moving on, and we've since then gone around to other places looking at possibilities. The need is crucial.
Although the next housing location is yet to be decided, Sister Tisa is moving on with lessons learned.
I would say let's just stop in time and say, what do you want for your family is what my mothers want for their families. And then that commonality of the human race that we all want the best for our kids would really have come to play.